Hi, I'm Ruthie, and welcome to Fifth Street Marketplace. Hope you enjoy our show.
Welcome to the view from the Fifth Street Marketplace. My name is Bobby Avery. This is Judy Lucas, your host. And we have our guest today. It's Katie Pfeiffer. Hi, Katie.
Hello, Bobby.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you.
Now, you're also known as Kathleen to other people, too.
No, it's Catherine.
Catherine.
Most
okay.
of my life. I've been called Katie for around 10 years now.
Uh-huh. And you have a beautiful display of cards on the table. And you're going to tell us about that. These are handmade by you.
They
right?
are.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, about a year and a half ago, probably, I started doing it as a hobby.
Uh-huh.
My sister took some classes, and she sent me cards, and they were gorgeous. And I said, well, I want to do this. Sisters like to do what other sisters do. So she got me started and then pretty much turned it over to me. She went back to her knitting and her handbags and things that she does, and I do the cards. And as a hobby, it was great, so I just started piling them up, you know.
Yeah,
So many, I couldn't possibly send them all. And my sisters were sending them, and I said, I just need to sell some.
Well, I'm so glad you did, because
That's what I'm
these
doing.
are just absolutely beautiful, and
Thank
we're
you.
going to show some of them and read some of them in a little bit. I noticed that some are, they have they have photographs on them. Now, where'd you get your photographs?
Well, I make my photographs.
You do the photographs.
I do.
They are absolutely
It's-
beautiful.
That's something I've always liked to do. From
Yeah.
when my children were little to now, I just look for things to make pictures of.
And then there's others that have crafts on them, and you want to explain a little bit about how you do that with the crafts?
Well-
There's one here, I think, with the butterfly.
Yeah, well,
And
I
a
didn't
little
make
marking
that
on it.
particular butterfly. I did make this one,
Uh-huh.
and I have one.
Let me see that one.
Let
That
me
one's
take
nice.
this
It's got a
away.
little,
Um,
what is it called when you have the,
you use a die with this is the Sizzix Big Kick, and this is the die that I cut it out with, and
you want to show Judy that?
then that's what it looks like when I get cut out. Then I emboss it to make it look more like a real butterfly.
Well, isn't that
If I
nice?
get real adventurous, I color them. But
All depends on
I'm
how
not an
crafty you feel
artist.
that day.
Right. I'm really not an artist, so my coloring leaves something to be desired.
Actually, you are an artist with the photography. You have to be. That's
Now, are
there's
these
an
all,
eye to
I was
that.
looking at the photography, you had mentioned that, Bobby, and are these your roses?
Oh, yes. That's another one of my hobbies.
They're beautiful.
When we bought this house, there wasn't any flowers around it. So my husband said, you know, roses would look good across this end here. They did, so I put them all the way around.
Well, I'm glad you
Just
could
have
use them.
roses everywhere now.
I'm glad you could use
Yeah,
them
we'll
on
go
your
over
cards.
them in a moment. You're making that now? You just
This
embossed
is,
it?
yep, I just embossed
Wow.
the butterfly. And
Wasn't
then-
that nice?
And then if I
Gives
want
it
to
some
emboss
texture.
the entire top of a card, some of you, that little blue one down under the bottom there, it's
It's all
embossed.
embossed.
Nice. That's
Uh-oh.
really pretty.
I think I'm gonna have to move my thingy here a little bit. I use real technical names, you know. This is
The
a
thingy.
thingy
That
most
sounds
of the
like
time.
something
well,
I'd use.
we're female, we understand
Yeah.
that. I have to read you this one.
All
Okay,
right.
and it's obviously from a picture that
Fall
you
Creek
have taken.
Falls.
Oh, Fall Creek Falls, okay. And it says, if you're feeling blue, try painting yourself a different color.
Oh, I like that. Is that
And
not
this is
cute?
from Hannah, age 8.
Oh,
I love that, that's
that
cute.
is so good.
I'm still fumbling.
Okay, well, we realize it doesn't take you this long
No, but
to make one at home.
it's changing from one type to the other. That you have to change your machine a little bit, naturally.
Kind of fun to see them come out with this
It
design
is.
on it.
Oh, that's
See how
beautiful.
much prettier that is now than just a
Yeah,
plain
That
piece of
is
paper?
nice. Yeah, and then you put your
That's
photograph
very
on
nice.
top of there, or a little.
And then stamp them on the inside. stamp a little on the outside.
so that's
So
how you
what you're
got
using.
these.
Yeah.
These are the stamps that I do. Have one of my ink pads. I have a drawer full of ink pads, of course, different colors and different sizes. But
I see little owls and one that
These,
says God loves you, and so that's how you get this one. Like a little bird told me that it was your birthday.
that's a stamp.
Judy.
Very good.
That's good. Let me see. Ah, the roses.
So
are
you're quite
beautiful.
creative.
Thank you.
You know, this is one I like too. Is it's her roses. They're beautiful, but she's got a little Band-Aid right here with the smiley face on it.
Aw, and it says get
Isn't
well
that
soon.
cute? It says
It does.
being sick just stinks. And that is so cute. And she's got a little script up here, with God, all things are possible. And that's nice to have on there, too.
Oh, that's my daughter's favorite
But
verse.
great little cards that are different from what you see in the store. Now, I understand, too, that you only sell this here in Crossville and in Sparta, but at Crossville, it's at the Fifth Street Marketplace.
That's the only place we have
So
them in Crossville.
everybody, you know, where you can get some good cards is right here. This is gorgeous. Look at this view.
Oh, that is
Isn't that
nice.
beautiful? Oh, you want to tell me where that is?
He took that drive again a few days ago. I had to get some more shots of that. That's a lake between Smithville and Cookville, well, between Smithville and I-40, going into Cookville. I think the number is 56 East.
Uh-huh.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful, and it looks,
It's one of the prettiest places I found.
you should enter some of your photography in some,
Maybe
of
that's
the-
something you could do, is just
I talk about it.
sell
I
some
have
of your
contests.
photography here.
yes, that's
Hadn't
true,
thought
too.
about that.
There you go. Since
Yeah.
you're already here
Hadn't
at the
thought about that.
marketplace, then that would be a good
Thank you.
place
That's
to
an
start.
idea.
Yes, it is.
That's really good. I like that, because it'd be great to be able to have photography like that up on the walls. I like the inside of this. It won't always be like this. Now, that's nice to send somebody that's not having too good of a day. They see a beautiful picture that makes them feel good, and then giving that encouragement. Now, it seems like your cards are just not for birthdays and
No, I make a lot of birthday cards. I make get well and anniversary cards, but I like to make just cards that make people feel good.
Well, good.
Everyday cards. We know we need not to wait until somebody has a birthday to let them know that we're thinking about them, because people have a day when they might be having a perfectly ordinary day, but if they go to the mailbox and find a card that has a nice, cheerful little short message in it, it'll cheer them up even more.
Make them smile.
I
yeah,
think so.
it doesn't take much,
I
and
think
we
so.
don't have to think about what to say, because it's right in here. It's just that short, simple thing to let them know that
And yet,
you're-
if you want to write a note, there's plenty of room to
That's
write your
true.
own note.
You want to show another one?
Um,
There's one of my favorites. I'm going to, there.
this one here,
Yes.
and I like this one. Now, it's one of your
Smoky
photographs.
Mountains.
The Smoky Mountains, and it says God loves you, and it says faith. It's taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. I love that.
Isn't that great?
that is great.
That saying is just beautiful.
And it is, isn't
And
it?
it is. Because you don't always see the stairs, though.
Look at this picture.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous? And you open up, it says, "Count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms."
Oh.
Isn't that the greatest thing to just
And that's a
send
quote
people
from a
as well?
child, I believe, too. Did you see a name below it?
Let me look. Let me
So,
see.
a few of my stamps are
Yes.
quotes from
From
young
children.
children.
I love that.
Yeah,
Art
I like
Linkletter.
this. Yeah, really.
Elisa, that's the way you pronounce it, Knight.
Alyssa, I think.
Yeah, Elisa Knight, and she's only 12 years old.
Wow.
We can
Well,
learn
these
from
are
the little
wonderful, and I
ones,
love
too.
how you've embellished a lot of them, and like this one has, little ladybug and a little flower, and this one has a butterfly, and now this one's cute. It's for a man, obviously. Well, I would say it was for a
I
man.
would
My
say
husband
so.
fishes and I don't, but it has the rod and reel and the little, what do you call that? That little lure thingy.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Lord thingy, where we go? See, we weren't kidding.
That's a good word, isn't it?
yeah, you
It
know.
works for a lot of things.
So you purchase things and put on them, you
I
make
do.
things and put on them, you embellish them. So you're just busy
And
crafting all the
if I
time.
sell a few, I go out and buy a lot more stuff than I've just sold.
Well, we're hoping that
So
with this,
it's,
that you're going to have a lot of people coming into the marketplace and
Oh, I
here at
hope
this street.
so.
And
Yeah.
they're just going to buy and buy and buy a lot of your beautiful homemade, handmade cards.
It's just knowing they're here.
Yes.
You know, I've looked and looked in the stores, and sometimes it's just so frustrating because it's just the same old stuff, or it's just silly, or whatever. A lot of good ones out there too, but I
Oh, yeah.
especially love these because of them being handmade and the quotes in them. It's great. This one is pretty too. Your photography amazes me. You deserve the best day ever. And it's beautiful mountains and trees. How green and lush it looks too. God doesn't look at how much we do, but with how much we love, we do it. How much love we do it. Boy, I almost messed that one up, didn't I?
No,
And that was
bad.
Mother Teresa. That's good. Sorry, Mother Teresa.
Now, your cards are for sale upstairs
They're
at the
upstairs.
Market Street. So they're right at street level.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so
Or
it's
if you come in from the basement, they're just a little way from the top of the stairs. now.
very good. That's
And
nice to
they're
know.
on a pedestal, sort of, that's clipped up there, so got it. Wow, look at this. Is this not beautiful?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
What is this?
That's a Cleome.
Cleome?
Yes, I have loads of those growing in my yard, both in pink and in purple. They're so
Well, that's
pretty.
great. That's so nice that you could have two different hobbies, that you can have the flowers
Yeah.
and take the pictures in order to do your cards.
Well, there's certainly a good selection here.
Yes, there is.
Thank you so much for being here and showing us what amazing cards that you have. This gives us a chance to tell the people in the Crossville area what we have here.
Thank you for giving me a
also-
chance to show my toys and the way I spend my time.
It was fun watching you make some, too. Thank you for being here.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Spirit Broadband provides a bundle which includes 86 of the most popular TV channels, including high-definition local channels. This bundle includes up to 10 megs of broadband internet and unlimited long-distance phone service. The cost for our bundle is only $85 for the first year. Catch the Spirit and become part of our Spirit Broadband family.
Welcome back. Our second guest today is Heidi Loschbau. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you're one of the merchants here, and you have amazing merchandise here. You want to tell us a little bit about it and whether you purchase some and then you also make some of the crafts, right?
Yes, we do purchase some of our things, but when we do purchase, we try to get some handmade things. We go to markets that the things are handmade, and then sometimes we just get stuff and put it together after we get it here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Heidi, you've been in this area for quite some time, haven't you?
We've lived here 34 years.
Wow, that is quite some time. I guess you're a regular Tennessean now.
Yeah. Can't tell I'm from Ohio, can you? After you're here a while, you lose the accent.
Well, I also wanted to say I was clapping because you're my good friend, and I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here with us today.
Now, we
you.
know
So-
her basically from another shop that you had started, and then you've come over here, and you've been here for how long?
We've been here since 2008.
2008. And tell us a little bit about the merchandise you have. Now, first of all, tell us about the handmade items that you do. You do personally yourself, and that's the candles, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Well-
I started out in 2000 making the candles. For 5 years, we did craft shows, local craft shows around the county.
That's where I first met you.
That's where we met you. And Mom talked me into doing my first craft show. And people liked them so good they wanted to be able to buy them instead of having to wait for the craft shows. So that's when we started our first location, just a couple doors down, in September of 2005 is when we got our first building. But I've been making these since 2000, 12 years.
How'd you get interested in making candles?
I had worked in a factory here in Crossville, and they closed.
Uh-huh.
And while I was waiting to go to school, I bought a kit and just started making some. And I made them for just family
Uh-huh.
and friends. And I always wanted to make them that smelled good.
This
I
one
put
smells good.
Yeah, I'm going to smell mine. What is yours? What's the name of yours?
Cabernet.
Yeah.
Cabernet.
Mine's best.
Best friends.
Wow, I can smell this. It's making my mouth water. It smells so good.
That's all berries.
And can you it's just having this in the house and making it smell really pretty? That is great.
Yeah.
And you have packaged ones too, right?
I
Little
make
ones.
my own
So you
votives
don't-
and tarts.
So they're not all one size.
No. No, we have the jar candles, we have votives and tarts, and then we also have the large candles.
Oh, I don't want
That
to
we
drop
do.
this. But now,
we
this
do.
one has 2 wicks in it.
Yep, that's Cabernet.
What's the purpose of the 2 wicks? Just to give it more flame and
Give it an even burn.
uneven burn
Yeah.
because it's so big. So
Yes.
that's pretty smart.
Yeah, that way it burns clean all the way across.
How did you learn how to do that? Oh, because of where you worked before. They
Yeah.
evidently did it and you just, and it's,
Well, there was some friends of mine. We bought some from them, and I just thought while I was off waiting to go to school, I just got a kit and tried it.
Oh, well, good.
And because I always burn them at home, so.
Now, you said tarts. Is that something that you would put in this?
This is a tart warmer. You plug it in. It has a light bulb on the inside
Oh.
that heats. You sit this
Okay.
on here, put your tart on there, and it heats and melts the wax, and you get all the fragrance without the flame. So
And
if
then
you
you've got
leave
a beautiful
home,
light that comes through the,
it puts
the
a little
tin.
star.
and a nice piece to show all the time.
right.
That's
Yeah.
And get the nice
you
aroma.
just
A lot of people that burn oxygen or have cats or children, something that they don't want to flame
Very, very good.
and have to worry about a flame. Because you can go, if you leave home and forget it, it's just a certain temperature, it's not going to get
It's not
too
going to
hot
cause
on
a
you.
fire on there. I'd like to see one of the packaged ones, the front one that you have there.
These are pillar candles that we purchase at our handmade shows that we go to.
Ah.
This is a snickerdoodle. We've sold out of this every time we got it. This is another company that we order from, and we sold out of these last year. That's cranberry. So
Well,
I
that'd be
don't
good
make
for
my
Christmas.
own pillars. I buy my pillars.
Uh-huh.
I stick with the jar candles.
Uh-huh. So that's good because you have a variety too.
Yeah.
And snickerdoodles, no wonder that's popular. Gosh.
Yes.
I'm
Everything
wondering without
smells so
even
good.
smelling it.
And then we have the little sachets that you can either put in a drawer or put in your vehicle to freshen the vehicle.
Oh, smell this,
I need
Judy.
some of these.
That is so good.
Oh, this one's called Witch's Brew. This fits me.
For fall. And then we
Oh.
have the rose hips
Oh, I
with
like
the little
that.
potpourri.
Yeah.
And then we have all this upstairs, and we also have little bottles of refresher oil. So you just,
Yeah.
when it starts losing its fragrance, you just sprinkle a
Oh.
little bit of oil on it.
Now, what amazes me is how long this lasts because I bought one of these a while back. And it's still going strong. I have it in a cabinet, and when I open up the cabinet to get the glasses out and so on, you have that pretty smell that comes out of there, and it's near the dining room table, so they get a whiff of that too.
And
But this is
sometimes-
really nice, and in your drawers. too.
Yes, and sometimes all you have to do is shake them up a little bit, and you get that aroma
You get
back
it back.
again.
Yeah.
So, now,
That's really
we
good.
also have a lovely arrangement here on our table, and thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning. It's very pretty.
This is one of the pillar candles. It's from the same company I get these from. I bought the wire pumpkin, and then I fixed the arrangement in the bottom of it, and then just set the candle in there. Sometimes I buy things and put it together after we get here. And on the front there, we have one of the battery-operated candles.
This is so neat.
It has a
I
timer.
like
in
that.
it.
Tell us about it.
It has a timer, so you put the batteries in the bottom of it,
Okay, I'm gonna let you show it.
and you
This cracks me up. I can't believe this.
yeah, you just untighten it, and it'll turn it off. And then when you tighten it again, that starts your timer, and it'll burn for 60 hours, and it'll automatically shut off, and then it'll come back on the same time the next day.
I
and burn for
love
6
that, and it
hours.
looks so much better than those plastic white ones. Plus, I love the flickering, because it makes it look real from
Yeah,
the
it gives
window.
a little bit of movement
So
to
for
like a
s-
corner or a cabinet.
Yeah.
6 hours.
6
This will stay
hours.
on, automatically shut off, and then come back on again at the same time the
Yep.
next day.
And if you want to turn it off, all you have to do is unscrew the bottom a little bit to stop the timer.
Isn't
So,
that
yeah.
cute?
Gives just a little bit of movement, a little bit of color to like a cabinet.
Yeah.
And you don't have the electric wires or anything
Or even in the window,
in the window.
because I
would
love
be
putting
good.
things in the window.
Yeah.
And
That's one of our
I
little
like
spring
this, and I've
candle
been, and it
holders.
looks so real. It doesn't look like it's fake. Should I say fake? Unreal. And then we have some other things. Now, where do you find your merchandise? Do you just travel around? How do you find this?
I've
are
got
cute.
several different places. I've got several companies that I order from regularly.
Uh-huh.
And just try to find something different to keep a variety of things. And we do a lot of seasonal, but then we also have everyday things.
Well, that's good. That's good, and I know that people have been buying from you for several years, so you have a good name in this area.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Now, I noticed something you really got a hold of there, Judy. You want to tell us about that?
I love going through everyone's shop,
Yes.
okay, that they have around
Yeah.
here so that we can pick out things. And
Right.
which you came up with the idea, let's pick out things that people, have in there and, So this was one of my favorites that I found today.
Uh-huh.
And it's they're trivets, okay, and it says in a basket. Okay, it says with basket. And I'm thinking, where's the basket? And so then you start picking it up and you have these pretty little, well, this one happens to be fall because she says she carries, seasonal. But we have all of these that are little pumpkins. Oh, here's a little,
Star.
The moon and
moon.
the stars. Yeah.
and, so these are
Oh,
all
the
primitive.
blackbird.
They're all different. And while you're
Oh.
using your trivets on your
Here's
table,
the basket.
you have a basket. You can fill it with potpourri or,
Oh,
We could
that's
just
a good
Sprinkle
idea.
some of this in here.
yep. While you're
And
using
set your
them.
table. Well, you can use them as placemats, I guess, to keep it from burning,
Yep.
warming up on your table. But aren't these unique?
Yes,
they all
and I
look
was
like
just
they're
thinking what a
hand-painted on
unique
here.
gift that would be for somebody, if for a housewarming or for going over for the holidays or whatever. That's such a
Oh, we better
nice
get these
gift to
back in
give.
order, so when you take them back up to put them for sale, then I
Well,
have
you
the
know-
right one on top.
Yeah.
When you have everybody over for the holidays, everybody brings a dish. You're always scrambling to find enough pot holders to put on the table for everything.
Oh.
So this way you've got them all together.
Good idea. Now, I noticed something else here.
Something
Show.
you picked out, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some beautiful purses. You want to tell us about these?
These are Bella Taylor purses. They're very good quality. They have very nice colors. They're quilted, but the colors coordinate real good with the outfits. They're not real flashy or real bright colored. We have a lot that really coordinate well.
Ooh,
with
that's like a
different-
denim. I wear denim all the time. So this would be, I can tell you one thing right now, right off the bat, that I love, and it's the first thing I look for in a purse, is that I need one with two
The phone.
pockets at the end.
Yeah.
I put my hand sanitizer in one. I think I'm becoming a germophobic or something. But anyway, and I put my phone in the other one. And so that's automatically the first thing I look for, because if it doesn't have that, I really can't use it. I'll buy it and it'll sit in my closet.
I do too.
So I
That's
love
one of the
this one
requirements
already.
that I like.
This one has 6 pockets, 3
So
on each
you've got
side.
one. It's great to have you here. We're thrilled with all the merchandise that you have for us to be able to shop.
I'm thrilled to see her again, because I haven't seen her in quite some time. So it's always nice to see old
Yeah,
friends too.
Me too. I've known you for years, and it's been a pleasure to have known you all this time too. We thank you so much, Heidi, for being with us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, and we've enjoyed looking at everything that you've done and brought here. for us to view. Thank you for joining us at Spirit Broadband TV3. Come back and see us again. In the meantime, come on in. We have many things for you to see. And if you haven't noticed, every once in a while, we borrow these. And
Yes, I've been
these-
shopping.
Yes. So
The
if you
shirt's
spot
from here,
something-
the jeans are from here,
Yes.
and my necklace is from here today.
So we'll wear things every so often, and you can spot it, and it's from the Fifth Street Marketplace. Till next time, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Weekly